So, you need tutoring. Usually it's as simple as going down to the tutoring or writing center on campus and requesting to see one of us in person. But now things are a little different, obviously. But don't worry, we're still here to provide you with the same attention and care we gave you before the apocalypse. Hi, my name's Matt, and welcome to the Fullerton College Online Academic Support Center. Today, I'm going to be showing you just how easy it is to sign up for remote tutoring. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to asc.fullcall.edu. This is basically where you're going to sign in from. Then you're going to want to click on this box right here. Log into ASC Online Tutoring. Now from here, I'm kind of already signed in already. Actually, not really. But basically from here, what you're going to do is sign in as you normally would, like with My Gateway or on Canvas. You're going to use the same My Gateway credentials. It's the exact same thing. So after you've done that, your screen. Thanksgiving was yesterday. I'm still recovering. Now, after you've done that, your screen should look a little something like this. You'll be told to finish this questionnaire over here. But down here, you're going to choose how you were referred to ASC Online. I think the best thing to do is select by an instructor, mainly because, you're watching this video because of your instructor. So click by an instructor, then hit submit. Now, just a heads up, I am using a friend's account right now. This is not my personal account, so just keep that in mind. But once you've signed in, once you've done everything, this is when you'll know you've done it right. This is the home page for ASC Online. It can look a little, cumbersome at first, but don't worry, it's pretty easy actually. Now, depending on what classes you need tutoring for or what subjects you need tutoring for, you're gonna have a list up here to choose from. You basically have 4 options. You got Writing Center, Tutoring Center, Cosmetology Tutoring, and ESL Conversation Partners. So first, let's talk about the first 2 on this list. So as far as Writing Center goes, it's basically for anyone who wants help with writing an essay or any kind of paper really for any class. That's the beauty about the Writing Center. You don't need any specific class in mind for this. It's completely open to help you with any stage of the writing process, such as brainstorming, developing ideas to support your thesis, composing outlines to organize your essays, and structuring your citation page. Next up is the center that has tutoring for very specific classes, and that is the Tutoring Center. This is basically ASC's generic tutoring hub that includes all kinds of classes for all kinds of fields and majors, including math, English, science, history, music theory, which is what I tutor, by the way, foreign languages, accounting, poli-sci, and business. Just to name a few. Seriously, the list of classes is really long, and I'll show you in just a second. Now, in the Tutoring Center, you can receive tutoring from faculty-recommended tutors that'll assist you in successfully completing your courses and help improve your learning skills. Then after that is Cosmetology Tutoring. This is where you go if you're enrolled in the cosmetology program. Pretty straightforward. And then finally, there's ESL Conversation Partners. Now, this one is a little different. So if you're an ESL student, meaning English is a second language for you, and you want help with stuff like pronunciation, vocab, conversation, this is the place for you. You can book an appointment with one of our volunteer ESL conversation partners who are usually located within the Fullerton College Library as well as ASC. However, now they host roughly 30-minute sessions via Zoom that you can book up to 10 days in advance, which is pretty nice. That can help you improve your speaking and listening skills, even if you're not on campus. So I think that's pretty cool. By the way, a bit of a disclaimer here. Our conversation partners are not Writing Center tutors, meaning they can't help you with any written assignments or essays. It's strictly verbal help. Just a heads up. So now the next step is to obviously make an appointment. So we'll start with the Writing Center for this example. Now you'll notice here that there are some boxes with different colors. So all you have to remember is this. Dark blue means that tutor is specifically not available at the moment, that specific tutor. Light blue means that the session is booked. Gray means that no one has booked the session, but that session ended already. And white means that the session is open for you to book it. So just a rule of thumb, always look for the white box. Now let's talk about how to find an open session. Like I said before, you can book these up to 10 days in advance. So to narrow your search with dates that better suit your schedule, you can use what I like to call a calendar method. So for that, just click on this calendar icon right up top, and you'll see this drop-down menu appear. Go ahead and select a date, and you'll notice that once you've selected a date, the list of tutors, or at least the list of available tutors, will change. You can then select an open appointment, which will look like a white box, kind of like this. Then once you've done that, then it's going to prompt you to this page, which is the Create New Appointment page. So for the Writing Center, your appointments are going to be 30 minutes long. Try and arrive like 5 minutes early, 5 minutes before your session starts, but no more than 5 minutes. You'll then be placed into a waiting room until your tutor is ready for you and admits you into the meeting. And this is that tutor's specific Zoom link, by the way, just a heads up. By the way, if you don't copy down this Zoom link right away, like when you're actually making the appointment, don't worry. There is a way to find this again when it's time to meet up. I'll show you that in a second. Also, just an FYI, you can technically click on this link whenever you want, but that doesn't mean the tutor will admit you. The tutor always checks who's coming in and will only admit students scheduled for that time slot, so yeah. FYI. Then this is where you'll decide how you want to interact with your tutor. You can either meet them via Zoom, or you can do what's called a submit a question / an essay appointment. This is essentially the opposite of a Zoom meeting. Here, you submit a file that contains a prompt of an essay that you need help with, along with a draft of your essay. Then, your tutor will respond to you within the next 24 hours with help after they've looked over your submission. It's perfect for students who are busy and don't have the time to meet with a tutor, and it's also the perfect alternative for people who just don't want to be on camera. So there's an option for everyone. Then you're going to select your course name and number. If it doesn't show up on the drop-down menu right here, just select other, please specify below, and then type in what the course is. Let's say it's like 103, something like that. Then type in the name of your instructor, what specific subject you want to work on, if you're submitting an essay, what questions you want to ask the tutor about the essay. By the way, that's optional. And when your writing assignment is due. So that's all you have to do. And then of course, actually include an attachment of your files. So when it comes to the submit a question / an essay appointments, you have to include, at least for the Writing Center, you have to include a prompt and some kind of draft of that essay. Then once you've done all that, you can go ahead and click create appointment and you're done. You'll receive a confirmation email and we will receive a confirmation email as well. So we'll know exactly when you need tutoring. No excuses for us. Now, I'm not going to actually book this because this is my friend's account and I don't have any files to submit because I'm not in any English classes anymore. But theoretically, once you've done this, if you close this, your appointment will appear as yellow. So that's another color. Yellow signifies your appointments. And I'll show you what that looks like in the Tutoring Center. I'll book something and you'll be able to see it. Very similar process for the Tutoring Center. White means you're good. Any shade of blue is not so great. The important thing is that the appointment booking process is the same. The only big difference, however, is that now you have different tutors for different classes. At the Writing Center, everyone is qualified to do virtually the same thing. At the Tutoring Center, however, you have to make sure that that tutor you select actually tutors for your class. One way to find out is by using this filter right over here. This list will show you all the classes that the Tutoring Center can tutor for. As you can see, we cover a lot of classes. It's a pretty extensive list. Now, not every class is covered, obviously, but if you're taking classes at Fullerton College, chances are you'll be able to find a tutor for your class. But if for some reason you can't find your specific class here, you can email our staff using this email address. I just hit my microphone. I'm sure they'll do their best to get you some help. Then once you've selected the class, the list down below will change to reflect the filter. Let's say I pick something like French 101. This will show you the current available tutors who tutor French 101 for this week and their schedules. Now it looks like we got pretty good availability. There are a few slots that are booked. But if for some reason one of these times was the most convenient and it's booked already, that's okay. We can use the calendar method that we used earlier. So we can jump ahead a week. Remember, we can do up to 10 days. Now, unfortunately, at the time of filming this, we are just about wrapping up the semester. So even if I hit the next week tab over here, there's nothing available. That's because we're literally like right at the edge of Christmas. But theoretically, if you were in the middle of a semester, you'd be able to jump forward 10 days and select another appointment, another open appointment. A lot more frequent when there's no holidays in the way. But that's basically how it works. Now from here, it's virtually the same as Writing Center. Just click on a white box for an open appointment. But there are a few things that are a little different though. And this is what I'm talking about. First off, Tutoring Center appointments are 50 minutes long as opposed to 30-minute sessions at the Writing Center. Also, again, we have that 5-minute rule, except this time if you're more than 5 minutes late, you might lose your appointment. So don't be late. And if for some reason you know you're not going to be able to make it, make sure you cancel at least 1 hour beforehand. Otherwise, it'll be marked as missed. And again, the link to the Zoom meeting will be right here. And another thing, the Tutoring Center only provides submit a question / essay appointments for certain classes. So if we go back to the homepage, you'll see right at the top that only these classes are offered what's called the submit a question / essay appointments. So only those classes get that special treatment. So That's very important. Just remember that. And same as Writing Center, mandatory assignment upload, feedback in 24 hours. But for most classes, your only option will be to book a Zoom appointment, so just a heads up. Also, very important detail, only foreign language tutors can host meetings with groups of up to 3 students, so keep that in mind as well. Which means that if you're looking through this list and you see a white box, again, this only pertains to foreign language classes, and you hover over it and you see that there's this message here. There's an existing group appointment in this slot. Click to join this appointment. This appointment has a focus of French 101. So what this means is that there's already either 1 or 2 people already booked for this time slot. However, if there is still 1 slot left for 1 more person, you can still join it. So that's what that'll look like. This, however, is what it looks like when no one has booked it yet. So you'll be the first in there. And the reason why it tells you what the focus is down here is because some tutors tutor multiple classes. In order to do these group sessions, every student signing up for this particular slot has to have the same focus. Otherwise it won't work. Then just fill everything out, similar to Writing Center. The only fields that are different here are the appointment focus fields, which are sometimes already filled out for you, and the topic/assignment fields. Now for this guy over here, please be specific. Like I said, I tutor music theory, and there have been times where I've been tutoring and I see that under this field, all it says is something like music or notes, something really basic like that. So depending on what class you're asking for tutoring for, make sure that it's specific to the assignment. Make sure you actually specify what the assignment is. Don't just put a broad statement there. Otherwise, you're not going to have much to prepare with. And appointment focus is literally just the class you need help with. So there's that. Sometimes this won't be pre-filled out. Sometimes you'll have to select it, which will be the same as the actual course number. But yeah, that's all that is. Now, to actually show you what a booked appointment looks like, I've gone ahead and gone with myself just so that nothing gets weird, and create appointment. So you'll get a message that looks like this: appointment was saved successfully. Like I said, if you don't copy the Zoom link down right away, there are other ways to get it back. So now when you go back to the home page, your appointment should look like a yellow box like this. Also, before I forget, 2 very important things. First off, when it's time for your appointment, don't do anything before you do this first. Always remember to clock in. I cannot stress that enough. I can't stress how important that is. If you don't clock in, sadly, we won't have an official record of you actually showing up to the tutoring session, and that could just make things a lot more complicated, so don't forget to clock in. All you have to do is click on this check mark. Also, don't forget to clock out when you're done. And the other thing was, if you forget to copy down that Zoom link for your session, you can still find the link here. To do that, just hover over your name, and you'll see under My Appointments, there's that appointment we just booked earlier, and it'll take you right to that page. And guess what? There's a link. It's that easy. Then all you have to do, if it's time for the appointment, is just click on it and it'll take you right to Zoom. No further steps needed. Now, before we end this video, just a few quick shout outs to some really good services that we offer. So not only can you access ASC Online from here, you can also access all of our great workshops. Now, to get to the workshops, just hover over here and click on calendar. From here, you'll be able to see all of the available workshops for this month. As you can see, we offer quite a bit, so please check this calendar monthly if you're looking for extra help in your classes. Another great service the Academic Support Center offers is FC Miles, which can be found right here under Academic Programs. Now, FC Miles is a 6 to 12 week online math success program designed to strengthen your math skills and support your math course. This is a non-credit, self-paced experience to provide you with extra support. If math is the thing that keeps you up at night, I highly recommend you check this out. We also have something called Smarthinking online tutoring, which can be found right here. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's the difference between this and what we just covered in ASC Online? Well, this is different because you can chat with tutors at any time of day. They're available 24 hours a day and cover a wide range of subjects. And this is completely free, by the way. And please visit our website if you'd like any more information about these workshops and services. Well, that about covers it. I hope you found this video helpful, and we hope to see you all here real soon. Take it easy.